Okay, and this is my final presentation. Um, I just want to apologize for my accent. Um, English is not my first language, and these are such difficult conceptions, and I will try to explain everything that I have learned during this semester, and I will try to be clear. Um, let's start talking about static variables. These variables are declared inside the class but outside the method. And these static variables, they not change, and they can be used anywhere in my program. Any class or any method can use these variables. To declare a variable, a static variable, we use the class name dot the variable name. For example, this example here, we get the variable get symbol. If I want to use it anywhere else in my program, I need to declare the class name that this variable was declared first, and dot the name of the variable. We have two non-static variables that are declared the same way inside the class but outside the method. But these variables, they can change, and for this reason they can be just used inside the methods of that class. To use them, to call them, to use them, we create objects inside this method. And to use this, to call these variables, we call the name of the object dot the name of the variable. Let's talk about arrays. Arrays are lists with determined length, and when we create the array, we already determine the number of lists, or the number of items in this list. A good way I found to understand arrays is like if I buy a bookshelf, I know there's 5 shelves, and I cannot add more shelves on it. In arrays is like this. We cannot add any other item. On the other hand, array list is used when I don't know how many items are in the list. For example, instead of buy the bookshelf, I buy piece of wood and make my own bookshelf, and I can add any number of shelves as much as I need. For this example, we don't have any arrays in our program, but we could make, for example, the menus as arrays. If we know, because we know the size of the menu, how many items there in the menu, and then we could create with arrays. This example here, list animals, are array list, because I can add any animal I want, or as much animals I want, and I can name them and use each of them or all of them. To declare, for example, if I need to use just one of the animals in this example, I put the name of the variable and the name of the animal I want to use, the name of the item I want to use. The enum is like arrays, is used when we know the length of the list, but each item performs a different action. For example, I want to make a list of days of the week. I know how many weeks or how many days there's in a week. But in my list, each day will perform a different paragraph or a different action, whatever. So when the loop goes through this list, it will input or output a different action in all different items. So this was the way I could understand the difference between them. For statement, there are two ways to access the elements in an array list. One is by the index. So each item will have a name, as I said in the previous slide, and I will start like this string here. I will start with the first item. The first item will be 0, the second item will be 1, the third item will be 2, and so on. When the for loop goes through each item in the array list and performs the action inside of the for loop for each item. It will stop when the list is finished. If I have 100 items, it will make 100 times, but when it's over, the loop will stop. The second way is called the basic for statement. It's just the name of the variable, and the loop knows that there's items inside it, and it needs to go through all items. The throw and catch. We use the throw and catch to manipulate and manage errors when it occurs. For example, if the program asks the user enter integer, and the user enter a double or a letter, and it will make the program will don't know what to do, and will not know what to do, and then it will make an error and the program will stop. So the first thing we do is throw an exception. Throw an exception. So we try to through a message to alert the user that the value she or he input was wrong, and give him another chance to play again or to try again to give another information. So when we throw the message, we give the user another chance to input a valid value, and we try to have the true value. If it happens, a message will appear. For example, for this example, we have buy land. I want to buy lands. I cannot buy a negative land. If I put a negative, as we see, I cannot sell land, negative land, or buy negative land. So if the input is less than 0, I will throw a message, a negative value was input. It will make the user to try another value. And then he try again. And if it's true now, if the value is true and valid, we will output or we will show a message purchase complete. You now have the number of acres you have. And then we will catch this information and keep this information inside this variable and use this information to execute any other action the program needs to execute. The throw and catch statement, it's good if another person needs to debug our program and he will find an error, and he will see and we will understand where is this error here is, and we'll be able to fix it. Explain the character stream versus byte stream. The character stream means text files. Everything that the program in the program that has characters, letters, or text files will be use this character stream. But if the program needs to read or to show or go through something with bytes or bit, I have no idea the right word, sorry, but it is something like videos or pictures that need to be read, the bytes need to be read. The program, we need to use the byte stream. For example, this example here, save game, we are using object output stream because it's a picture or it's a byte. The information that is coming from the program is coming in bytes and not in characters. And to write a data to an external file, in this case the program is asked to the user to input a place to store it. It can be any file or any document in his computer or any place like that. So when the user input the name of the place, it will refer here. The writer will be the variable that will store the name, and then the writer will create a set of error report inside that directory, and inside that directory we'll have a report.text, and every information, all the information that comes from the program will be stored there. And if it's inside his computer, then he can go to the place, like the file he put, I don't know, like desktop, and the desktop will have the CIT file report file, and inside this report CIT file report file will have another file, report.text, and everything that comes from the game, from the program, will be stored there. So the user can restore and take this information that he has, the previous game, or all the information he's having coming from the program, he can find in this file. So I think I try to cover everything from the rubric. I really hope I could be clear and explain what I understand. As I said, it's hard sometimes to explain hard processes and hard concepts, but I think I know to do more than I can explain. So I just appreciate all the help and this wonderful semester we had. Thank you.